The fighting to start, this should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's David Benavidez, 188 centimeters tall with a reach of 189 centimeters. And he'll be facing Alimkhanuly, 5'11.5 inches tall with a reach of 71.5 inches.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight.
It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, turned pro at the young age of 16 years old, and by the age of 20, became the youngest ever super middleweight champion, and now has titles in 2 different weight classes. Janibek, Alimkhanuly, one of the most decorated amateurs in the history of the sport, 300 wins and only 7 losses.
Oh, pure bad blood.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting 2-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Zelandi in Kazakhstan, introducing a unified middleweight champion of the world, known as Kazakh style, Janibek, Alimkhanuly.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night, because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Do you believe what we're seeing? Good counter punch. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter punch. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He misses with that jab. And the big Mexican monster is down. And as we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four. Give me your glove.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man.
Now win this next round.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
He exchanged punches. There's a counter shot. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like,
whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Janibek in trouble. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four. You all right?
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, got right. Brush it off, get on with the job.
Come on, just switch it on. It's on the end of what you do. Good work.
There's the bell to start round 3. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Janibek got clipped good. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Benavidez now needs to steady the pace, get the pace back to normal.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Misses with the straight left. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter. For the weary. That left hook just missed. Nice, very close round with 10 seconds to go. The Mexican monster's in trouble. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think...
Okay, maybe let back as a
Back at it in round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
don't want to trade shots. He threw a punch and just got countered. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How about that time counter shot? Which fighter will say no mas? That counter shot lands. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Punch, counter punch. Janibek does not look good here. How are they still standing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept.
Back into the fray here in round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Failing to score with that right hook. Survival time for David Benavidez. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just that's a match made in heaven.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. David Benavidez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Leaves a knock.
There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Beautiful counter shot. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3 full-shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Janibek may be going down soon. We were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to...
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this...
When you go out,
Here we go, it's round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Just missed with that hook. How about that time counter shot? That hook doesn't score. That hook won't score. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good defense there with that left hook. Nice slip to avoid the jab. His stamina is off the charts. That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Those 1-2 straights down the middle, can't miss it.
There's the bell to start round 8. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
And David Benavidez is on the canvas. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
I've got to see that again.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
He's got the advantage. Janibek goes down. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round could go either way, 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. And every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.